Most people don't freeze because they don't want change. They freeze because responsibility makes decisions feel heavy. The cost of being wrong feels too high. Hi, I'm Vinay Bajaj. I'm an inner power coach. And today I want to take you through my own journey, which I hope will inspire you to take the next step. I was working in IT and I've had a long and tedious career there. But the day that I got into engineering, which I basically joined because one of my cousins he became a software engineer. He went to the US, he was earning in dollars. So that paved the path for me. But the day I entered my engineering college, I knew this is not what I'm supposed to do. I don't know how I knew it, but something felt really, really off. If you listen to your intuition, it keeps telling you where you should go and where you should not. And I've worked with multiple companies over my long IT career. I did make one attempt to exit where I had left the job, did not even bother to go for any interviews. I was at home for 3.5 months. But it was in that time when I really understood that not knowing what to do next and leaving what you are currently doing does not help. By failed attempts don't mean wrong direction, is you may not succeed at the first attempt. You may fail at multiple attempts, but that does not mean that you're going in the wrong direction. Every failure teaches you something. Every failure grows you as a person. So after a long wait, I finally decided to start my own coaching business. And when that started, of course, there was family pressure, there was responsibility, EMIs to be fulfilled, expectations of family, expectation of spouse, all of that was there, that was creating a pressure. But what happens is when you hold yourselves responsible for everything in your life and even in others' lives, that narrows your thinking instead of expanding it. Because no responsible person would try to start a new career when they are about to become a parent. Many capable people, they delay decisions because they want to feel safe, because they want to take care of their responsibilities. But there's one responsibility that we keep ignoring, is our responsibility to our life, is our responsibility to our growth, to our goals, to our success, to who you really want to be, what you really want to achieve. But we keep delaying that. One other reason that we keep delaying things is we want guarantees. What if I start a new career and it doesn't work out? This is what we keep thinking. What if it does work out? What if you make a lot more money and you are a lot more fulfilled and you are a lot more free than you were in what you were doing before? These inner thoughts, these limiting beliefs that we have been brought up with, they don't let us escape. And the human mind itself is driven for survival and safety. It always wants guarantees. Life doesn't offer guarantees. And when you demand certainty before making the first move, that's where inner paralysis hits you, and it hits you hard. Consider for a moment that you are driving a car or you are sitting along with the driver if you don't drive. And let's say you want to go for 35 kilometers. Can you see the entire 35-kilometer journey when you start? Is it possible? Forget driving a car. In the car, you can only see like the next 100, 200, 500 meters, or if you're like on a highway, a few kilometers. Even consider Google Maps. When you put a destination into Google Maps, yes, you need to know where you're going, otherwise Maps doesn't work. But does it show you the entire route at once? And even if you do zoom out and see the entire route at once, does it help you driving the next 100, 200, 500 meters? What usually happens is we wait to see the full journey, which is never going to happen. And then we keep waiting. You don't need the full road. You just need to know what is my next aligned step. To become self aware, to at least know yourself enough and have this kind of an awareness that you should only be looking for the next aligned step, not the entire road. You need expert guidance. There's a lot of guidance available. There are mentors teaching you things. There are coaches holding you accountable. There are people who have already succeeded in the line where you want to succeed. There are at least 1,000 books written on every damn topic. Some books are life changing. And while mentors, books, all of that helps, there's also your inner voice that keeps talking to you, that keeps trying to take you in the right direction. Question is, are you listening? Or have you completely started ignoring your inner voice because it makes you uncomfortable? It makes you uncomfortable because you know you can do better, you know you can do a lot more, you know you have the potential, but you just will not give yourself that permission to try, that permission to fail. And anyone who gives you any advice, it actually only works when it confirms your inner truth. 11 years ago today, when I was reading my first self help book, Power of Your Subconscious Mind, the minute I started reading the book, from the first chapter itself, it was as if I am speaking to myself. Because everything that I was thinking, all of my inner knowledge, my inner wisdom, my inner voice that kept telling me these things since I was a kid, all of that was validated in a single book. And suddenly I understood why I felt so out of place. Because the people around me, their inner voice was probably telling them something else, or they were not even listening to it. They were mainly focused on the outer noise. So, learning, growing, mentors, books, inner voice, everything is there to support you. And then the question you should really be asking yourselves is, if not now, when? Can you guarantee that this time next year, or let's not even go that far, 3 months from today, can you guarantee that you will be alive and healthy? Can you absolutely guarantee that? No, you cannot. No one can. Knowing that you are mortal is clarity. It's not fear. It gives you the clarity that I don't know how much time I have, so I better get going. Can you see that you've been assuming all this while that you're going to be alive for many, many years, and you keep postponing things and you keep procrastinating? In my own life, there was an incident where a cousin who was younger than me, he was going 20 kilometers from his home. He was going for a dinner with his girlfriend on a two-wheeler. They met with an accident. They hit a divider on the road. He was taken to the hospital in the ICU. His biological brother followed suit. As soon as we came to know, me, my father, and another cousin, we took his car, my cousin's car, and we started our travel. We had barely gotten 2 kilometers from home when we got that call. He's no more. In that moment, life hit hard. In that moment, it became very clear life is not to be taken for granted. And it was in that moment that I decided to finally start pursuing my dream, to finally start listening to my inner voice. You don't have to wait until someone passes away. You know it deep within that there is no guarantee. You have no idea whether you're going to live for one more week or you're going to live for maybe 5 more decades. But assuming is not getting you anywhere. Yes, it's important for us to have that intention of living long, and that's why we do all that we do, so that we leave a legacy, so that we build an empire, so that we build wealth, so that we stay healthy. But nothing is guaranteed. I was reading a book recently, and the way the author put it is so beautiful. He said, you are a tiny human being living on a planet that is spinning every day in the middle of nowhere. Are you really worried about when the next paycheck will come? Where it will come from? Is that what you should be worried about? Is is what people are thinking of me? Is that what you should be worried about? Life is a chance thing. You have been given this chance, and if you read up scientifically, there was like 1 in a billion chance of life being here on this planet. How much lesser of a chance was it for you to be here? Don't waste away your chance. If there's something that you want to do, get going. You don't have to see the entire staircase, just take the first step. And this is where religion and faith come into the picture. Religion gives you structure, it is borrowed belief. It tells you what to do, what not to do. And if you don't do what you're not supposed to do, then what will happen? Here's where faith is really, really different. Faith equals trust without full visibility. Faith is knowing that you are taken care of. Faith is knowing that if you have been given oxygen for every breath since you have been born, there's a good chance there's a higher power at work here that is trying to provide for you. Most people wait for proof. They want proof of the result instead of just aligning themselves and working on it. And here's the real mindset shift, something that really, really helped me. What if you started thinking, not what if it works or fails, but I will make this work? What if you stopped predicting your future and you committed to creating it? That's where the real game changes. Yes, there will be resistance, but it doesn't mean that the decision is wrong. Alignment will require your calm, your consistency. It will require your patience without guilt, without resentment. And it's not easy. If it was easy, everyone would be doing it. Resistance will come, challenges will come, obstacles will come. But remember your commitments. I will make this work. And this is why alignment is so important. Because if you force yourselves, if you force discipline out of yourselves, it is going to burn you out. But if you take aligned discipline, then it compounds. Then your efforts compound, then your results compound. Your inner power It doesn't grow aggressively, it doesn't make noise. Your own internal growth is not going to make a lot of noise. It grows quietly. If you observe nature, a tree grows over years and it doesn't make any noise. But a tree falling down is sudden and it makes a hell lot of noise. Alignment will take everything you have, but are you ready to give it everything you have? I want to conclude this by saying this very simple thing: inner power is not motivation. Many people, when they see inner power course, they think I teach about motivation. No, it's not. Motivation fades. Inner power is alignment and faith and responsibility all in one. And this is how sustainable change actually happens. Sure, you can change for a week, you can change for a month, you can really, really force yourselves and push yourselves and do that. But at the end of it, it is only going to burn you out. But when you work with alignment, you can go on for years without burnout, without overwhelm, without giving up. And to be very honest, the only secret to success is not giving up. If this resonated with you, there's a long form training with a link below in the description which explains how inner paralysis forms and how to resolve it using my CCD framework. Check the link and watch it if you want to. Thanks for watching this.